Welcome to today's episode. I hope this isn't too freaky. It's a little bit late at night and I've decided to make a video all about the GoPro Hero Max and finally get to doing my own review of the amazing camera that it is. The king of versatility. Now, before we dive into it, we have a word from a channel sponsor. Honey? Honey? You there, honey? Do you have any special cleaners for this? Because I can't get this mark out. Where's she gone now? Must have something around here.
ใช่นี่แหละ
Hey, that's come out pretty shiny. Damn. Oh, it's a new bike. It's actually a new bike. Make your bike new again with Moose Chemicals Waterless Wash and Wax. Simply spray it on and wipe it right off and see the results. Don't forget, guys, use Moto10 at checkout to get 10% off. Ha ha ha! Asian mother-in-law not included. I've actually been using this product for a few weeks now before shooting this video. It's a detailing wax. It's like a wipe and wax. So if your bike needs a nice clean, like we're not talking like you've been off-roading and your bike's caked in mud. If it needs like a touch-up, a bit of a detailing kind of job, and you want to just clean it up, make it look nice, you know, it leaves a very nice waxy finish, nice and shiny. If you do decide to pick one up or pick up some cleaners or any products from them, use my code and click the link in the description for 10% discount, and you know, I'll get a little kickback, and it's a cool product for you guys. I'm sure you guys need cleaners for your bikes out there. So yeah, enough with the sponsoring for today's video, but thanks Moose Chemicals, of course, and let's dive into the GoPro Max. And here it is, right here, the GoPro Max. Now, this camera has amazed me. It's a freaking awesome camera. Now, if you're not aware, it's a 360 camera, the GoPro Max, not to be confused with the GoPro Hero 7 or 8 or, you know, Session or anything like that. It's a 360 camera, or it's capable of shooting 360 video. Now, what does that mean? Well, there's a lens on the front, you see where the screen is, and there's a lens on the back. Now, you can record video and you can also take photos using both lenses on either side simultaneously. Now, this could kind of explode your brain if you want a real in-depth understanding of what 360 video is. You might want to check out another video, but what it does is it really opens the world of versatility and options for shots that you could get. You know, you can place this on your motorcycle, for example, and record the front of you where you're driving, and also record where you've been, and zoom in on your face, and I'll show you the amazing things that this thing can do. It really is more than one camera in one camera. So yeah, it's been 8 months with this camera, and in the beginning I had no experience with 360 cameras. I've never owned one before. I've never owned an Insta camera, because that's the other popular brand. So if you're thinking which one's better, I can't tell you about that one, but I sure can tell you about this one. Now, I use it primarily for riding a motorcycle, because this is Motofam, it's kind of in the name. And really, it's really blown me away. But it's not just an action camera like you might kind of think, you know, like, because GoPro is kind of an extreme brand, right? Well, don't be deterred, yeah? if you want to have a camera that has a very small footprint, like it's a tiny camera, and you want something that you can literally fit in your pocket, and you want to vlog with, say you're going on holiday with some friends, this camera with the app that you can download on your phone is amazing. If you buy a big ass camera, like an SLR camera, like the camera I'm using right now, you need editing equipment. You need a good computer. With these cameras, they have serious performance, and you can literally just link it to your phone on the app. I like to use my iPad because the screen's even bigger, and you can edit a full video. You can go to town. Honestly, it's amazing what you're able to do, and the app integration is insane. But first, let's dive into some of the specs so you're just kind of aware of what it can literally do. But yeah, you can probably tell I'm pretty enthusiastic about this video because this camera is just freaking awesome. The camera itself, it can shoot 360 video like I've mentioned, but it can also shoot regular GoPro. So when you turn the camera on, you can choose to use this lens and just shoot in that direction, or that lens if it's more convenient for yourself and just shoot in that direction. You can also choose the microphones that you want to match the lens, or you can use the reverse mic if you want to shoot that way. Say if your voice is here and you want to shoot that way. We'll get into the audio in a bit, but it really is, when I say versatile, it really is. You can also do time lapses. So they have a hyper time lapse mode where you can just have it recording, and you could, be on a plane, or maybe not on a plane, Asia's probably gonna fucking sue me right now. So you can do like a time lapse at night or something like that. The hyper time lapse, I actually haven't used the time lapse feature, so I really can't comment on that, but from GoPro's commercial, it does look pretty dope. I don't know why I haven't used that. So you can take photos as well. There's a power pano photo mode that they have, and it stitches together this super wide panorama photo. It gets a really nice field of view, and it doesn't distort all that much. Now, I think it can be a really good for a specific scenario, but you're not going to go around just power panning your friend's face, because it's just going to be like, ugh, it might be a bit weird. I don't know, maybe. But yes, as mentioned, you can probably tell I use it for video, for motorcycling, so I haven't used loads of photos. The outright photo quality is okay. It's not great. I mean, if you have like an iPhone 12, probably 12's not even out, but Apple's probably going to be out tomorrow. Samsung freaking, what number are the Samsungs at right now? I don't know, it's probably 21 or some shit. If you have a really good phone, it might take better photos than this. Mind you, this you could be like swimming and like take a selfie, it'd be pretty dope. And that's another thing, it is waterproof. Only to 5 meters, I've tried it out, it's pretty cool in a swimming pool. So within these different modes, be it you want to take a photo or you want to take some video, not in the 360 video because we'll get onto that, but these regular modes of regular video and regular photo, they have multiple lens variants. So I'll do it as we're in the video right now, why not? So it turns out that showing you guys the viewing angles in the video wasn't the best idea when it was that dark, and it was very dark. My big camera does a really good job in the dark, whereas the GoPro not so much, especially when you're showing the different viewing angles and how you kind of crop in to the different options that you have. Now there's 4 angles. We have max super view, wide, linear and narrow, and I'm going to show you that now. This, you can see how wide it is. You can see my arm is max super view. This is wide, linear, and last but not least, this is narrow. So you can change between all of these distances and viewing angle options. I'm sorry for the messy room. Let's get back to the video. Another favorite feature of mine in video is to have horizon leveling, and you can turn this mode off and on, and what it does is it keeps the horizon level. I mean, that's why it's called horizon leveling, isn't it? I'll overlay a really cool clip when I was riding one of my motorcycles. Is I had the camera behind me, and as I was leaning, it was balancing out my lean, keeping the horizon level. It was really cool. It really is a full-on gimbal in camera. It's amazing. Once a camera becomes 360, there is some kind of magic that they can do with stabilization. Now, if you're going to use this for any kind of vlogging, I'm sure you guys will want to know how the audio is. And this is one of the things that has very pleasantly surprised me. Now, the audio isn't going to be on par with a full-on microphone. I mean, if you guys see what I'm shooting this video with, in fact, you guys can see it right there. Can you see it? There you go. The microphone that I'm using right now is literally bigger than the GoPro. So you can't expect too much when it comes to audio, but I have to say, the audio is awesome. It's really good. Like, I feel like I sound like I'm being paid by GoPro. I freaking wish I was getting paid by GoPro. Seriously, the audio is really freaking good. Like, I boost the levels when I'm in Final Cut Pro on my Mac, because the outright levels aren't super strong. Not that I think that it's an issue, they're still fine, but the quality is really good. Like, even when you're in 360 mode, when you put it in 360 mode, it uses 360 degrees mics, like all of the mics together from all around. Amazing. Like, the audio is really good. It cuts the wind down to the point that you don't overly notice. You don't really notice at all. When you speak, it detects it and amplifies your voice over other sounds. So it is sort of like a shotgun mic, and I think in their own promo they kind of mentioned it being a bit like a shotgun mic. So considering that you don't have to attach anything, there's no external microphone on this. Considering that it's all in its own housing and it's waterproof, the audio is freaking phenomenal. It's stupid. Now, of course, it being a GoPro, you can strap it to anywhere. You can put it on a chest mount. You can put it on the chin on your helmet, which I've done. You can put it anywhere. Like I said, you can swim with the thing. And it's strong. I had a bug hit this thing at God knows what speed. It's totally fine. When I record and vlog with this camera, instead of choosing the 1080p HD recording, I prefer to personally use the 1440. Now, this camera, for your regular hero mode, can't shoot higher than 1440 HD, so you're not getting a 2.7K or a 4K or 3K video with one lens out of it. If you're shooting in 360 video, you can get 3K at 50 frames per second, which was an awesome firmware update from YouTube. But you can also shoot 5.6K at 24 frames per second. And going back to the hero mode, the highest resolution you can do is 1440. Now, 1440 shoots in an aspect ratio of 4:2, I think it is, not 16:9, which at first I was a bit like, oh, so does that mean I have to shoot in 1080? It's a new GoPro 2020. I kind of thought I could shoot 2.7K or something. So I was a little bit bummed out about that. But what I found was really surprisingly cool was shooting in 1440, having that little boost of extra resolution over 1080p, but in the 4:3 ratio, I was able to crop in, and what you'll find out is the 4:3 ratio with max super view, so you're using that square video aspect ratio rather than the 16:9, cropping in with Max Super View, because Max Super View is so wide, it's super wide, you are still able to fully get the field of view you want. GoPro are quite popular with their Super View mode. Well, Max Super View is even bigger. Like, it has height because of the 360 video that it is capable of doing. A regular GoPro doesn't have the height of Max Super View. This Max Super View, when you bring it into your editor, you can crop in and adjust the height, so you have even more flexibility. And you can do this with photos too. So you can really get an awesome field of view for photos and video because of that aspect ratio, the capabilities that this camera has. Okay, so the last thing I want to do on this review is show you the app integration and just how easy and well they're integrated. You know, how you can edit a video after importing it and exporting it, and yeah, creating something really cool using the GoPro app. Again, I feel like I'm freaking sponsored, but it's just a really good all-round package, and I want to show this because I haven't seen enough videos talking about the app integration using keyframes and 360 video and all that good stuff. So let's just dive in before this video becomes like a fucking 30 minutes long. All right. Right, so I've got my iPad here. Now I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to go to the GoPro app, and then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to turn the GoPro on. Then I'm going to go View Media. You'll wait a second, and what you'll do is you'll be prompted right there to join the Wi-Fi signal coming from the Max. Now I've already linked them. The linking process is super easy. I'm just showing you what it's like on a regular basis to just import regular footage. So this is all of the stuff that's on my card in the GoPro itself. So say I choose this clip here. I mean, you can just watch it back.
Maybe World War II then, man.
You can go back here. There's loads and loads of clips here. You can see here.
From my hair. My hair's
So these are all the clips I have. You know, I've even got clips riding the motorcycle. So there's loads of clips here. And this is showing you a low res preview of what's on the camera itself. So what you can do now is, say I want to import one of these clips. I can go to this one. It's 12-second long clip. I can go download at the bottom. You can see it's downloading, just doing pretty quick because it's only a 12-second clip. So that's now imported. So I can leave this, I can go to this tab down here. If I click on that, this is the media that's on my app on my iPad. So I can now turn this off. These are the clips that are on my iPad. So the one I just imported is that one. You can see it's here. You can play it. You can just see.
yeah,
This is from one of my travel videos.
Hotel with me, so yeah.
Now,
Time to hit the road.
so that's that clip that I imported here. Now you can also see I have a 360 video. You can see it looks like this. Now this is to go into the editing process for 360 video. Now when you're here, you'll see it's just looking in a specific direction like that. Maybe you think that's how it is, but there's a lot more than meets the eye. 360 video is really quite impressive. You can literally just move it like this, and you can see that's me. I had the 360 camera here on the handlebar, and because it records front and back, it's able to mesh the front and the back together, and you can change between looking frontwards and backwards. So as I'll show you here, I can play the clip. It's not a photo. Really opens loads of possibilities for what you can do. Now you can see the timeline at the bottom too. It's playing the clip. It's a very short clip, just about 15 seconds. Now one of the amazing things you can do with this too is, if I go back to the beginning, is if you go into the editing process, you can choose the aspect ratio here. So you can go for a thin and high 9:6 for like an Instagram story, a 4:3, which is great for like a Facebook post or a Instagram post. Also 1:1, a complete square for other kind of social medias too. And a 16:9, which is great for YouTube and for like proper video and film. So if I choose 16:9, I can go done there. And then this line here, the blue circle, represents your keyframes for 360 video. So I can click on that. And if I keep going along here, I can zoom in to say my face. Press there. And now it's aiming towards my face. Then I can go upside down. And then this period of time here is quite long, so you see it gradually changing. I can make the next transition really fast and zoom back out, so I have like this little kind of planet effect like that. And then I can slowly zoom back in and look forwards on the road. Now if I go back to the beginning, I can play this out and you can see how the keyframes adjust the view in real time. Zooming in, slowly spinning around. You see the next one's very fast. Little planet, back in to where I'm going. So the possibilities are really quite endless. Like if I go save and I go render video, you'll see you can render the whole video in app. Because this is only a 15-second video, it's really quite fast to render. Once it's finished rendering, it will save it as its own clip in app. You know, for 360 videos, it's a little bit more complicated. But what you're doing is you're saving it in app after any edits. You know, you can color correct in the app. You can also make a full video in the app and edit multiple files together. So I have this video and I like how it is, but I might want to adjust a few things about it. Well, down at the bottom here, you can see what you can adjust. You've got your speed, you've got filters. So if I want to put this filter on and adjust how much I want the filter, you can adjust the contrast, the brightness, the vibrance. Say I want to make it crazy vibrant, I'd say that's a little bit too much for me personally. But you're able to do all kinds of adjustments. Then you can save it. And here is our super vibrant clip that we just did a super fast edit with. You know, you can fine tune everything and get it how you want it. So what you can do is you can go to the top there and then press down here, save to photos. This is on an iPad obviously, but you can, you know, save it to your gallery if you're on Android, I guess. Then you'll see it saves pretty freaking fast, and then you can exit the app, go to photos, and right here, there it is. The clip in all its glory. It really is as easy as that, and really the integration with the app is amazing. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Try to set up the camera about here. My camera is about to die. Super long video. I tried my best to condense this review about the Max. I'm so happy with it, and I would buy it again in an absolute heartbeat. Obviously, I paid my own money for this camera, and it really is the king of versatility. If you're looking at buying one, you know, I think I hit everything I wanted to in this video. It's really great. If you want to just see more outright footage, I'm sorry if there wasn't loads and loads of outright footage in this review, but my channel has a lot of stuff on it, especially my recent videos. So go through some of my videos, some of my trips, you'll see I vlog with it a lot. It's really an awesome camera. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Remember, it doesn't matter what you ride as long as you ride. It doesn't matter if this is the first time you watch my video. I hope you can stick around and you enjoyed this review, and you might like some of the trips and stuff I do on motorcycles here in Thailand. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Moto Man out. And I did actually, I'm just packing everything away here, so I'm doing this bit handheld. I did actually forget to mention there's 2 dislikes that I have about this camera. The lens protectors that you kind of put on, they're not great quality. The sun reflects off them and stuff, so they kind of need to address that in the next GoPro Max. Yeah, those little lens protectors, they're pretty bad. And the other thing is I have a mic adapter for when I want to use my external mic, and the GoPro Max, at least to my knowledge, it does not accept any external audio. You have to use the audio that's built in, which again is great audio, but you can't go external for any specific audio. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.